Hello all, it's me, GC Gamer with another episode of Football Manager 2016 up Pompey. So, we've had another interesting few months. It is the end of Season 3, the 5th of May 2018, and how did we fare? Well, eagle-eyed viewers, as soon as I press this schedule button, you will see. So I'm going to go and look at our schedule. Last time I had an episode, we finished the end of January, and Kelechi Iheanacho came in, and he was the only person scoring. We were on a terrible run of form, but as soon as that episode finished and I continued playing, we started to get a few wins under our belt. A good 1-0 win against Shrewsbury with a 91st minute Adam May goal, and a 1-0 win with Mustapha Carayol coming on to score a goal, our new signing getting on the score sheet early on in his career. But then again, we went on a pretty poor run of form with only one win in the next 8 matches. 7 matches, sorry. But then Iheanacho came up good again with a hat-trick to help us beat Oldham 4-1, and Oldham were doing very well in the league at this time as well, so it's a very decent result. Iheanacho also scored against Fleetwood, and then we went on a good run of form until the last game of the season. So, let's have a quick look at how we fared overall. As I mentioned, Oldham were on a good run, and they still end up finishing in the playoff spots. We finished 12th with 59 points. Now, it's not terrible considering this is our first season in League One, but at the same time, I was hoping that we could do a little bit better. And as you can see from our position chart, things didn't really go well after we got into the meat and bones of the season. So we started very, very well, getting up to second position, but after that it was a downhill battle. It took a while for us. We were never in real danger of relegation, but it took a while for us to get going, and we started to perform well during the end of the season. This gives me a bit of hope that with the new signings we brought in January, and with the players we already have, that we can do the same next season. Iheanacho, I'm going to try and get him on loan again because he's been really good. Played 21 games for us, scored 10 goals. That's a goal every 2 games, sorry. And with 17 of those games starts, 10 goals is a very good return. Other than that, there hasn't been too much happening with the squad. I'm going to give you a quick overview of the squad just so you can see our key players. And our key players at the moment, Jordan Rossiter, who's been on loan with us now for 2 seasons, 2 full seasons, has been playing excellently. He always puts in good performances, but this season he didn't get the goals and the assists that I would want him to. Second player that has constantly been good is Christian Burgess. Christian Burgess is an absolutely beast of a player, always getting good ratings, a 7.01 this season, slightly worse than last season, but of course the competition's a lot higher. And then to round up the best players in the squad, Hayden White. Now, I love this guy. He is literally a Pompey legend. He just never plays bad. He gets lots of assists. This season, again, a little bit less, and he even got a goal this season. If we move on, I'm going to quickly look at Mustapha Carayol and Alexander Schlager as our next 2 best players. Carayol came in late to the season and performed relatively well with 14 appearances, 3 goals, 4 assists, and a very high average rating. I would have liked him to get a few more goals, and he had a few opportunities to get those goals, but he didn't quite always hit the target. You can see only 50% shot on target ratio. And Alexander Schlager, one of those players who, as you might have seen in a previous episode, I just scouted through the under-21s of different nations, and I found him. He has performed decently well. He's a good player, and really he's a good player for Skybet Championship side, so I'm lucky to have him in the squad. If we look at selection info, and we look at the average rating, again, some of those players, as I mentioned before, are the top players. Carayol, White, Rossiter, but then we've also got the likes of Paul Coots, who's played very well since I've signed him back in the first season. Played well every season, got a few more goals and a few more assists. This is his best season overall. And then, of course, Jake Forster-Karski spent 2 seasons on loan, and then I got him on a free transfer. And when he's actually been a permanent member of the squad, he's done even better than he did on loan, which is great for us. So that's a quick roundup of the squad. Just to show you the goals, Iheanacho, of course, getting most of the goals, as I mentioned previously. He had 17 starts, Delfonso had 17 starts and 21 sub-appearances and only got 6 goals. Delfonso really has been a disappointment. He should be a good player for Sky Bet League One sides, but he's really not been performing. He might not be at the squad for much longer. Another disappointment, Will Buckley. Didn't do as well as I expected. He has the ability to be a leading player, but his performances don't suggest that he's anything special. So he could be another one who's out of the squad relatively quickly. So, other than that, as I mentioned before, I do have that great scout who has come in and he knows about France. So, a little bit of a spoiler for next episode, but we will be looking at some French players and trying to get a more multinational squad. So, it's been a bit of a disappointing season. Just to recap, we were predicted to finish in the top 7. We ended up finishing 12th. Not too bad overall, really. We had a -2 goal difference, and part of that was because we had very low goals scored. So that's something I'm going to look to rectify, and hopefully getting Kelechi Iheanacho on loan again will help us with this, getting a few more goals in there. So apart from that, I'm going to show you a quick look at a player overview, stats, just so you can see the best players in the league. Alex Samuel got the most amount of goals for Chesterfield. Very, very good player. He scored 26 goals in 40 appearances, which is part of the reason why Chesterfield stayed up. Really, without him, they haven't got a great squad. The best player in the league for average rating has been Mark Duffy for Preston, a 7.60. But if we look at the best players for average rating, you can see that Paul Coots was up there too, as well as Forster-Karski, Rossiter, and Hayden White. So we really had some great players in our team. As for our manager GC, as you can see, I'm on a Continental B license. I'm going to look to upgrade that as soon as possible. And I speak English and Spanish. I don't know how I quite speak Spanish, but I do apparently. Interesting. And I have a contract until the 30th of the 6th, 2018. So the question is, will Portsmouth FC offer me a new contract? The only way to find out is to try and watch the next episode of Football Manager 2016, Up the Pompey Action. If there's anything else you would like to see in the future, more details about finances, board confidence, or anything else, please let me know, and I will do my best to give you whatever you want. Thanks again for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more Football Manager 2016, Up the Pompey Action.